What would you give to have your time again? Can you imagine getting a second chance? How much would you be willing to sacrifice? What if you could remove your mistakes? What if you could turn back time? What if you could be perfect?
From the stream. Real important. Anyway.
Yeah, it's.
Anyway, we don't want to hear your excuses. Let's just get back to it, please.
First off, we are going all the way back to the 30th of May, 2021. What you just saw was a transition that removed a significant amount of time. Let's see what was removed.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's.
Anyway, we don't want to hear your excuses. Let's just get back to it, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why am I being abused like this?
How are you being abused, Perry? How are you being abused?
It pushed around like a fucking dog.
Who's pushing you around? You're the one who's treating everybody else terribly.
Oh, God. I don't even know anymore.
You better shape the fuck up, cocksucker, right now.
I got Tom Lynch in the
asshole,
90s and gave him my number.
fuck.
He never called in. Thanks to him, I'm only the second bestest Jedi of our.
Wow,
Last Jedi ruined me.
It's an honor.
Wow.
It's an honor, Mr.
What you just heard was Tom accidentally broadcasting an abusive tirade over the air. In order to understand how it happened, let's analyze how Tom and Perry communicate during a stream. Perry is on his computer in Los Angeles. Tom is on his computer in Long Island. Tom can remotely control Perry's computer with TeamViewer. Tom uses OBS to broadcast a Discord call with Perry. This makes up the video part of the stream. The most critical part to understand here is that Tom will maintain a phone call with Perry during the stream. Perry has a Bluetooth earpiece in. By doing this in conjunction with muting his streaming microphone, Tom can communicate with Perry without the stream hearing it. So, why is this necessary? That will be answered soon. For now, understand that this creates a situation where if Tom forgets to mute his streaming microphone while talking to Perry, then he can accidentally broadcast something he meant to say to Perry privately, such as,
You better shape the fuck up, cocksucker, right now.
I got Tom Lynch in
fucking
the
asshole,
90s and gave him
cunt-faced
my number.
fuck.
There was something else interesting at the end of the clip there. Have another watch.
Thanks to him, I'm only the second bestest Jedi of our.
Wow,
Last Jedi ruined me.
It's an honor.
Wow.
It's an honor, Mr. Are not allowed.
Perry, get mad at this. Look at the screen and get mad.
You're not allowed to block any of them.
Dad. Oh. Sorry.
Why did I
thought that was.
We already established that Tom will abuse Perry over the phone, but to answer the question of why the phone call is necessary, the answer is simple. It's to provide Perry's reactions for him. You see, Perry, in a vacuum, is a horrible entertainer, and the business model of PCL is fan-paid interactions. You pay a fee, and some form of communication with Perry is performed. So in order to ensure that the people who pay for interactions with Perry feel like they are getting their money's worth, Tom will prefer to leave nothing to chance and provide Perry's reaction for him. Not only does this make paying customers feel like they are getting ripped off, as they are essentially communicating with Tom rather than Perry, the PCL staff tie themselves in knots in an attempt to cover it up. The most common defense is a bizarre mixture of both the declaration that Perry doesn't get fed lines, but if he is, it's normal, and just a fact of life in live entertainment. Not only is this intellectually dishonest, but it also does not address the fact that the customers are not paying Tom for an ad-libbed Perry reaction. PCL will go to great lengths to cover up the fact that Tom is giving Perry his lines, and when caught, will attempt to explain that Tom is only giving Perry slight prompts. Watch the following and ask yourself if that is an accurate assessment.
Hey, Barry, everything all right in there?
What do you fucking want?
Shrug your shoulders.
Leave it at the fucking door!
I never did that.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
I don't know where this place is. That's not my
Try
apartment.
again later.
That's not my home.
I don't know where that place is.
I don't know where that is. That's not my home.
No, I don't know where that place is. That looks like oh,
Like a
that's
storage
cyber.
facility.
That's the cyberpunk. That's what it is.
Scream. I'm coming over tonight to probe you and sample your Italian sausage.
you're not. No,
Tune
totally
those
not that.
pipes.
Sorry, Adam. Not allowed.
That is not happening.
There you have it. It's not only the lines that Tom gives Perry, but it's the physical gestures as well. And sometimes it's public relations, like tricking pathetic people into thinking that Perry remembers you.
It's Charlotte.
Just say yes.
Do you
She's
remember
very
me
good.
yet?
So yeah, you came from pajama pants. Yeah, you're from pajama.
Yeah, you came from pajama pants.
Back
That's
in-
Charlotte.
Back in November.
Back in November.
Say thank you, Charlotte. Give 2 thumbs up.
Thank you, Charlotte. You're a good girl.
Charlotte would be devastated if you didn't remember.
Now that you've peeked behind the scenes and can see how Tom surreptitiously communicates with Perry, you can easily spot the telltale signs when Perry is receiving his orders. Let's watch that footage again, except with Tom muted. Watch for the big gaps in Perry's response and the gormless look on his face while silent.
Yeah, you came from pajama pants. Back in November. Thank you, Charlotte. You're a good girl.
A little homework exercise for you. Think back to your favorite PCL moment. Was Perry wearing an earpiece? Was there significant gaps in his response? Of course, with Perry being Perry, sometimes he will no-sell the earpiece and respond directly to Tom despite the stream not being able to hear Tom. This gives away to the audience that Tom is attempting to give Perry a line. This can be handled in post-production by Tom by performing a cold record of a line afterwards, then adding it back into the stream to make it sound like the communication occurred on the air. To demonstrate this, we will go back to a fan-favorite moment in PCL history, where Bozo the Clown is resurrected and delivered back to Perry. In order to make sure the moment lands, Tom delivers some instructions to Perry when he heads to the hallway. Perry's hatred of clutter overpowers his ability to stick to the script.
Knock knock. It's me, Bozo. Take me back. I met the devil. He brought me back from the dead. Ding dong. Knock knock. Bozo's home. Bozo's home. Open up.
You're never coming back here. You were a dummy sitting behind me where this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, I gotta get the fucking door and there's gotta be nobody out there. Nobody's there. Oh, fucking boat. What the fuck? Oh my fucking God. I don't believe this. I can't fucking believe this. Get the fuck out of here. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit.
Pop quiz. Do you think Perry's reaction to the boat so far has been authentic?
This is all garbage.
Let's bring it in, Perry.
I'm not bringing it in.
No, come on, let's bring it in.
I'm not bringing it in.
So we just heard a brief exchange between Tom and Perry about bringing the boat in. What would it have sounded like if we couldn't hear Tom? It would have given away that Perry was responding to an instruction from Tom. Let's compare the audio we just heard from Tom in the hallway compared to some audio from the broadcast minutes later.
I didn't know you were going to bring it in this way. I thought you were going to put it in the back there.
Did you notice the difference in the levels and how distorted it is? Let's play them back to back. We'll start with the hallway audio, then immediately transition into the normal stream audio.
Let's bring it in, Perry. No, come on, let's bring it in. I didn't know you were going to bring it in this way. I thought you were going to put it in the back there.
The reasonable conclusion here is that when Perry blows up the spot, Tom will record drop-ins in post to cover up the fact that they are communicating over the earpiece. It's not only the quality difference of the audio, but also the fact that eagle-eyed viewers have noticed dialogue appearing in the uploaded versions of the stream that wasn't there when they were watching live. Firstly, a small PCL history lesson. After the hot mic moment during the Cyberpunk media share, the fans inundated the official Discord with complaints. This resulted in some fundamental changes to PCL. Perry would no longer stream with the earpiece. The Weather Matters stream was announced and regularly scheduled. Weather Matters was a theme that was organized as a direct result of the hot mics and earpiece. It was Tom's way of sticking it back to the audience. Tom's opinion was that his communication through the earpiece was necessary for the show to work. So when the viewers complained about the hot mic, Tom thought, "You don't want me in Perry's ear? Fine. We'll do a whole stream without me, and you'll see how terrible Perry is at streaming." Regardless of the intentions, Weather Matters would end up being a popular PCL show. But PCL now faced a difficult hurdle. Perry could no longer use the earpiece, but Tom was not ready to leave Perry to his own devices and had to scramble to figure out how to surreptitiously to communicate with Perry. All of a sudden, Perry's microphone started malfunctioning. The official explanation for this was that it was old and needed replacing, and there was no way that Perry was being fed lines. Here's an example of what was happening.
Press 1, it was business only. No, I'm disgusted. Realized daily about this disgusting shit. Stop going down that motherfucking road. How dare you say this garbage was a pleasurable thing?
Was this simply a case of faulty hardware, or was there something more sinister at play? Once the microphone was fixed, viewers started noticing a phantom voice faintly during the stream. Have a watch of this clip and listen carefully. For context, the tipper has named themselves Carson Daly, who appeared in Windy City Heat as an actor attempting to take Perry's role.
Hey demons, stop watching this phony and come over to Carson Daily Live. I am the Fright Master. Whoa whoa whoa. I will do anything you tell me to.
What the F are you guys talking about? You're the Fright Master. You're this. You're the guy I beat up on my. Did I beat you up or what did I do in the movie?
The earpiece might be gone, but the communication remains. Tom is unable to allow PCL to exist without giving Perry his lines. One question remains unanswered. The PCL staff were left to fend off the wolves after the hot mic incidents, and PCL staff swore black and blue that what we just witnessed was not happening. Did they legitimately not know, and Tom kept them in the dark about his direct involvement in Perry's reactions? Or were they aware and just decided to lie to all of us? Stealthy communications between Tom and Perry still continue to this day, usually in the form of messages appearing on Perry's screen. In this clip, you can see Perry's face light up as a white text box appears on his screen, and his eyes move from left to right as he reads.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Weather Matters with Perry Caravello Live. Again, welcome to Weather Matters here on Perry Caravello Live. This is not a normal Perry Caravello Live. This is Weather Matters. Okay, so let's not mess with me like everybody normally does on PCL. So I apologize at this moment in time for being late. This doofus over here, or this doofus over here, or this doofus over here, meaning all three of me, I don't use my TV on a daily basis, so I didn't realize how to turn on my TV on.
Hopefully this episode has provided you with enough clues to spot when things just don't seem right with PCL. To wrap up, let's review the lessons we have learned. 1. When left to his own devices, Tom will prefer to provide Perry's reactions for him. 2. PCL staff will deny that it is even taking place. 3. If caught, PCL staff will say that it is completely normal and all shows do it. 4. Any evidence of it occurring will be removed and suppressed.